crew, and we are live. Live. All right, folks. Good evening. This is R. Jones from In the Paint Media Group. Thank you for tuning in to the show tonight. Got to big up my man. That's right next, well, not next to me, but in the screen next to me. That's Mr. Mark A. Cunningham for creating the show. How you doing today, buddy?
Yo, Max 611 is in the house. Can you hear me? Can you hear me well, brother?
Very well, very well.
I'm good. How you doing tonight?
I'm hanging, man. Ready to get into some sports real quick and do the damn thing. But before we do that, let's bring our people. See a couple. My man David Sanford from Hollis, Queens, one of my best friends from back in the day. Why are you
tonight?
Wait,
repping that green tonight?
Wait, stop. Why? What? Just why?
What? Why? What?
Just why? What's with the hat? Why? What's going on?
He got on green. He got on a Jet shirt.
Oh,
good lord!
I didn't do laundry, so I needed something to wear for the show.
And then wait, is that your background with the Jets and the Knicks? Oh my God, that can't be. That cannot be. Oh my God, that can't be. It's not it. No, can't be it. No way. Let me stop messing with him. Thanks for joining us, brother. How you doing, man? Everything good?
Everything's good, man. How about you?
Right.
How about you guys?
Hey,
you guys good?
Everything can't complain exactly. You know what I'm saying? Everything's good so far, brother.
All
you know
right.
what I mean?
All
now, yeah, before we we're gonna get started. The hell with this. Let's get into this nonsense. The rumor mill goes round and round, just like the wheels on the bus at MSG. Who's coming and who's leaving? Well, I saw it like I had put out there the other day. I was perusing through articles, and I happened to come upon one that initially it talked about Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, right? And the Knicks possibly wanted to sign him. And I understand what it is. He's a defensive player and all that stuff. They don't really have a lot of perimeter defensive players. I get it. I'm not really a big fan of MKG, but it is what it is. But as I was further reading the article, they started mentioning other players, such as Carmelo. Really, dude?
That's for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Could you had to wait until I finished my?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus,
it gets better.
I couldn't, man.
Yeah, it gets better. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, dude, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, and there was one more person I'm leaving out. Who am I leaving out?
One of those brothers.
Who the hell am I leaving out?
Holiday?
It's either one of the Holiday brothers or one of the Grant brothers. One of them.
No, it was somebody else too. I'm leaving out.
It was Jeremy Grant, bro.
No, it wasn't. Okay, well, fine.
Yes, it was.
Well, we're not gonna go back and forth and argue over this. They're all shit anyway. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
I know
Jeremy Grant.
You're
stepping all over the punchline here.
Exactly. They were all crap anyway. Who cares? But my well, here's the thing. Oh wait, let me bring my brother. He was experiencing a little technical difficulty. What's up, Don? How you doing, man?
What's up, guys? For some reason, my iPad wouldn't access the device. I think because of the buds were going from my pad to my phone.
Yeah.
But I was listening though.
Okay, it's all good. Listen, my thing with this is, there's a new hope. I'm not talking about no Star Wars movie. There's a new hope. In regards to with the Knicks and whatnot, and that being with Leon Rose and Worldwide West and blah blah blah. This one, that one, the third. Tom Thibodeau coming over to take the coaching reins.
I think
all that
buds were going from my pad.
Oh, somebody got their thing on. Let's turn it down a little bit. Tom Thibodeau taking over the coaching reins. My thing is, when I see when there's hope like that thrown out initially, you understand? Especially with the change with the front office and whatnot. And you're like thinking, okay, there's a glimmer of hope. Oh my God, maybe these dark days will end here at MSG. But then when you hear about these interest in these players which were mentioned, I don't know. It kind of bothers me. You gotta think to yourself like, what's changing? I mean, did Dolan get to this guy already? No, I'm being dead serious. Really, I have to say, I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, what the freak is going on here? Are we really going to entertain a 35, 36, 37-year-old Chris Paul for 2 years at 40 plus million per season for the next 2 years? Are we going to really bring back Carmelo Anthony? That time has passed. That time has passed. What are we doing here? What are we doing? You understand? So I got to look at Leon Rose like he's full of like caca, to you honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because I have no other choice but to believe that. Because look what he's doing. Please. Please. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
So every year we go through the same thing.
Right.
And that is, new season upon us. We've got free agents and possibilities out there. Everybody has an idea of what will make the Knicks glamorous again or whatever it is. And they just start throwing out names. And Knicks fans get excited about all the possibilities. And then you wind up with the same garbage from the previous year. And the Knicks remind me of when they're hyping up a movie that has a big name star in it, and that brings people to the theater, and then you find out that he's only in the film for like 10 minutes.
Right.
And then the rest of the movie is just a bunch of people that you don't know who they are, but they make it look like in the trailer that this guy is all in the movie. And so it's just a way to bring about interest in the Knicks and the Garden, but we've been down this road so many times. Now maybe one day they'll strike gold with it. There's always that one time where it all works out. But I've been a Knicks fan for a long time, and I've seen a lot of bad Knicks basketball, and I've seen that more than I've seen the promise. I mean, we had the 90s were good. We had a good run, and that guy from Chicago beat everybody, but still they were entertaining. And even the Knicks of a few years ago when they had Linsanity and all of that, they were fun to watch. But this is unwatchable. So I just feel that it's just another attempt at repackaging the BS.
Mm-hmm. They continue to go after these big names, as Mark and I have always said, and you guys, say the same thing, going after these. And Bishop, thanks for joining us. You're live as well. Sorry about that. But they go after these big names and whatnot just for the ticket sales and merchandising. You understand? And you would like to think, especially here in New York, you would like to think that people would be knowledgeable and see the bull crap for what it is. You understand? After years of watching, you would see the formula right in front of your face. But yet, time after time, they fall for it constantly. It's ridiculous. And you know what I'm saying? It's wash, rinse, repeat all the damn time. I'm sick of this crap. That's why I'm not a fan anymore. The hell with them.
I stayed off of Twitter today, because I didn't want that tsunami of nuts and babies in my face. Because you know what they did when they said, "Oh, we getting Carmelo back."
Please.
Yes.
Whoa.
That's what they be doing on Twitter, man.
What kind of nuts on your face? What kind of nuts on your face?
Bishop.
Here we go.
Bishop.
Already. What time is it?
Go on Twitter. It's a tsunami. It's a tsunami of babies on Knicks Twitter. But seriously, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist can't shoot.
No.
We already have a roster full of guys who can't shoot. Yes, he's a good defender, but he can't shoot. We don't need that. We need a shooter. We need a 3-and-D guy, a guy who can shoot and play D. Chris Paul is 97 years old. Well, at least his legs are. Can you? And he's making $42 million this year, 44 the next year,
it's ridiculous.
Or 46 the next year, something like that. Carmelo Anthony, you're gonna have to pay him upwards of between 15, 20 million, maybe.
Ugh.
And
with zero return. That's the problem.
Yeah,
no, Carmelo can still play. Chris Paul can still play.
Yeah.
But bringing those guys in, they make the Knicks what, a 42-win team or 45-win team that'll get to the AC.
You do realize there's one. I'm sorry, Dom. Give me 1 second. You do realize there's one equation we're forgetting about. The person that's undefeated. You understand? Or the entity that's undefeated is called Father Time. All right. At what point, you understand, does it take effect? Okay. Right. At their ages, it's right around the corner. It's creeping, if not up on them. So I don't give a damn if they could play last year. I don't give a shit about that. I'm talking about this one coming and the one after that. That's what I'm more concerned about.
Right.
You understand?
It's about on 35th and 6th Avenue.
What the fuck?
But again, it's about maintaining the status quo, which is the Knicks want to get paid, or rather, the owner wants to get paid, and his constituents that sit on the board with him, his family members, and all the other bigwigs, they all want to get paid. So
Jesus.
Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, they'll continue to get us paid.
No comment. Oh, and Fred VanVleet. Go ahead, Dom. I'm sorry, Fred VanVleet.
Oh yeah. The small point guard.
But
you're gonna have to pay $20 million also. Go ahead, Dom. I'm sorry,
guys. Everything y'all have said so far, that's irrelevant. They won 17 games and sold out every night, so they're making money. Let's not get it twisted. They're making money, so to bring in a big name in this time may be a little different. Melo, forget it. He ain't getting $15 million from Saddam Hussein's grave. He ain't. I don't care where he goes. He ain't getting $15 million.
I bet it. Let's make a friendly wager, Dom, that he does.
All right,
I think he'll get $15 million.
25 cents. 25 cents.
Okay, 25.
All right, you're breaking a bank there. Jesus.
No. Let's make it a little better. How about this, Dom? One of us has to wear on the air a team that we don't like, some of their apparel. I got on Mets gear tonight.
You win. But I still like the Mets. But the thing is, guys, I said this a few weeks ago. This is bigger than the Knicks. This is what you hear. I told y'all a couple of shows ago that NBA is trying to become a 12-month entity. All they do is start the rumor mill. The NBA is like spring. Comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb. With their trade rumors. We hear it every year at the trade deadline. Very few moves are made. You hear it every offseason. Very few moves are made. I heard a rumor today. I don't know how I heard it. I must have listened to an NBA. The Knicks get Russell Westbrook, Tobias Harris, that kid from Philly, Milton, whatever his name is. You know,
Shake Milton. Yeah.
Shake
Milton. Right. Jesus.
Houston gets Al Horford, a draft pick. The Sixers get James Harden. This is what I'm talking about with the trying to steal the back line, the back page every other day with the NBA. It's bizarre. Those that listen to this, God bless them. I mean, it's a great conversation. Don't get me wrong. But come December 18th, let's rewind this tape and see how many of these moves were actually made. We will. What the Knicks are trying to do. I do. I always got to be the elephant in the room. I would not mind taking on a veteran with some leadership, with some stability. Because guess what, guys? No matter who you get in the draft, he's still going to be a 2-year project. We're still working on 2, 3, Ntilikina 4-year projects. So even if you got a guy, just throw out there, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, they'll at least give you stability, a possible playoff run. And here's the thing. The Knicks have the cap space this time. Oh, that's right. The Knicks would have to give up Julius Randle and Kevin Knox. That's not a bad deal. I mean, we could mull over Russell Westbrook all we want, but get rid of Randle's inability to think he's a point guard. Kevin Knox's inability to go to and Kevin Knox's inability to go down the road to Ford Motor Company and get engines. When you think about what they're doing, I told y'all guys when we started this Knicks stuff, I don't think the Knicks were doing this, guys, with all of the people they brought in the front office and the coach. I didn't think they was looking at a 5-6 year plan, fellas, and no team is doing it. Again, another rule. Golden State is willing to give up their draft pick to get a star because they want to win now. We're the only team that'll say, let's build for 10 years. We tried that, guys. If you don't bring in stars in the NBA, guess what? You will be the Knicks of the last 5-6 years.
I don't mind stars, but can we get somebody in their prime instead of ready for their AARP card?
Whoa.
I get that part. Yeah,
Right.
So,
Right.
so all of this innuendo, this Knicks innuendo, MSG innuendo, I don't pay any attention to any of that. What would show me that the Knicks are serious about winning, what would show me the Sixers are serious about winning, there's a prime point guard on the market that plays on both ends of the court that you won't have to pay a whole bunch of money to, and he's definitely going to elevate your team. Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday, to me, if the 76ers get him, they immediately supersede Miami Heat. And they play the way they're supposed to play. They immediately supersede the Miami Heat. If the Knicks get him, then you immediately have somebody that can basically get everybody in line and take you to a 500 team. You're in that 7th or the 8th seed. You're going to lose in the second round of the playoffs, but you can see some light at the end of the tunnel. And you won't have to pay them a whole lot of money. So you can get rid of all of the backcourt, except for maybe like Frank, because he ain't going to demand so much minutes. You might keep Smith around to see if he ever turns the corner. You get Julius Randle, you get all those guys in line. You know what I'm saying? And you roll with what you got because, again, it's like Chris Paul is not really going to do anything for you. Bringing Carmelo Anthony back is not really going to do anything for you. You need somebody who can basically galvanize the talent that you have there. I'm not saying that they are like a mid-level team or something like that, but at least they'll be respectable. At least on a night-to-night basis, teams will have to respect them, and they'll win the games that they're supposed to win.
And then don't forget, Bishop, on Phil Jackson's last leg of the Zen dust, the Knicks failed to even reach out to Drew Holiday when he was on the market. Point two, if you're going to keep Randle, one of Randle's best years was when he played with Drew Holiday.
Exactly.
So that I didn't even think of that, Bishop, but Drew Holiday's on everybody's radar. He done went to 6 teams in the last 3 days. But again, that's another ball that Phil Jackson dropped. They didn't even try to get Drew Holiday when they didn't have a point guard. Well, they still don't, but even back then when there wasn't even a toss-up of is Milliken going to pan out, they didn't have Dennis Smith. They didn't have Peyton. They was bringing in 101 point guard, but never reached out to this guy. But he does make a good penny. He does have a pretty good contract. It ain't Chris Paul type, but he has a good contract.
It ain't going to be Chris Paul type money. And the Knicks got the money, and you're looking for somebody who's going to come in, who's going to play on both ends. He's going to pretty much make people be accountable for their time on the court. And who knows? Like this might be the time when you can get Julius Randle into his normal playing mode. You get Kevin Knox running up and down the court because he plays well with the younger players too. That's why I think he lasted that season with the Pelicans, because when they brought in your boy, the other point guard from the Lakers, I'm like, there's really no reason to have 2 point guards in the backcourt like that because he gives you everything that you need. The point guard from the Lakers, he can't shoot that much, but you got all of this talent around you. You don't really need him shooting because what's the name is going to get most of the shots anyway. The other kid that came with him from the Lakers, Ingram, he's going to get most of the shots anyway.
I just have 2 questions.
Okay.
The draft is what, next week?
Supposedly.
Yeah.
10 more days. 9 more days.
So, what do we got? 8th pick? What is it? 8th or something like that? What do you? Which way do you think the Knicks should go?
There's nobody. I mean, if they can't get the ball kid, if they can't get that ball kid, then it's like you get yourself a young forward who can get up and down, who's athletic, and you roll with that because you got a bunch of young cats on there now. So you rock with that because, or you try to trade the pick and lure what's the name here, Drew Holiday. Try to trade that 8 pick and lure him there because Pelicans can't be looking for a whole lot for him because it's like you already got a stacked roster, and if you bring in somebody who's got, you're not going to ship somebody out at that level to bring somebody back in at that same level. That's the problem.
Drew Holiday makes $131 million.
Oh,
how many years he got left?
Over the next what?
2.
That's pennies in Knicks land.
So he's got 2 more years on that
They
contract.
don't care about that. They don't care about that.
2 or 3.
No.
2 more years.
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Yeah, but still, for what he brings to the team, like if Philly was smart, that's the piece they missing. That's what they missing.
Well, we can always
trying to get rid of
renovate trying to get rid of Horford.
Whoever the Knicks trade for, Kevin Knox is leaving. But he's going to be part of that package.
No,
it's just that simple. He's going to have to go, and you know what? That pick may have to. It's an 8th pick in a very weak draft, and we haven't seen these kids play ball since February, March.
That's true.
The pick would have to go.
Right.
No matter what you do, the pick's going to go. And guess what? New Orleans, again, another team that, though they gave up Anthony Davis, they bankrolled picks 3, 4, 5 years. They would take an 8th pick. You know, but teams ain't doing that, guys. Like I just finished telling you, Golden State, they're willing to give up their pick. They're going after a player that could play right now, get back in the mix right now.
Well, that's what
Golden State has 3 stars though.
Yeah, but
they could afford to trade a draft pick.
That's okay.
Yeah, but what I was saying before,
and guess what? A draft pick ain't going to take up a lot of salary either.
Right. What I was saying about Golden State, what I was saying before about the Western Conference is pretty much going to be from 1 to 7. It's pretty much going to be sold out because once Golden State come back, they're going to be in the top 3 at least at minimum. So that shifts everybody down. All of the stuff with like Denver and all of those guys shift down. The only teams that I see superseding them is maybe the Lakers and the Clippers. Everybody else is gonna
be the Clippers and then the Lakers.
Right.
If the Rockets keep going in the direction, they might be one of those teams that are slipping.
Well, I don't know because when you got somebody who can average 34 points a night, even if they don't play the same way, he's still the leading scorer in the league, and I don't see him slipping off any. If they get their big man back, if they get a big man, they don't have to get anybody that's even noteworthy like that.
No, I agree with you. You know,
they got to get a big man, and they back in the mix. And they back in the mix.
So my other question.
The Suns.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Dave.
No, I just was asked. My other question that I had was: is Spike coming back?
Of course he is.
Okay, because I'm just curious.
I don't even know why. They shouldn't even let him back in the Garden. They shouldn't even let him back in the Garden. They shouldn't let him back in. You know. Little bastard.
He's a jinx. He's a jinx. Hey, you know what? The Phoenix Suns are willing to trade some assets and maybe a player. Oh, Oubre for Kevin Love.
For who?
Kevin Love.
For Kevin Love.
Say that again. Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that again, though.
Kevin Love to Phoenix for Oubre and a pick. Obviously his name, and they'll have Love and Ayton on the boards, and they already can shoot. You can say what you want about Love. He's still a double-double guy. He's a good rebounder, you know,
On a bad team.
and they can move up. They can move apart.
Right.
Because Oubre's dead meat on their team now at the rate they're going. So I don't know. But then again, that's the NBA, guys. This is what we discuss every other week. Who's going where? I told you.
Kevin Love has
been to 6 teams.
Kevin Love is dead meat.
Basically.
Now, maybe not on Phoenix.
They get up and down. He ain't gonna be able to get up and down. He's always hurt. What they should do is I was looking at something that was saying Gordon Hayward is not happy in Boston.
Yeah.
I heard. Yeah.
Because Tatum has already has established who the alpha dog is there. And then right behind Tatum, which is what I was saying before, is Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
So it wasn't Kyrie that was the problem there. It was the coach trying to force feed Hayward into a prime time role when you had 2 studs there who deserved that role, who earned those minutes. And now he's having
Kyrie played a part, man. Don't.
He played a part in the fact that he poured salt in the wound. Pretty much.
He was a straw that started the drink.
He poured salt in the wound. But I think Hayward would fit in real good with Phoenix because he's a good, solid player. He brings them that edge. He won't be required to score a lot, and he'll consistently give you that 15 to 20 points a night. Play pretty decent defense with the lineup that they have there,
and he passes the ball.
Yeah, and he can create for other teammates. So I think he would be a good fit for Phoenix, and I wouldn't give up Oubre because Oubre is a chemistry dude. He's a chemistry guy on that Phoenix team. I watched him play a lot of games before the coronavirus came on, and there were games where like he had like 30 points, 40 points a game, one game where he just went off. And I'm like, yeah, you need a guy like that on your bench that if Devin Booker is going off and then he comes in and adds on to that. It's like, yo, you don't want to get rid of guys like that. But
okay.
To me, I wouldn't get rid of him.
Right. Thought Mac had something to say, but I guess
I
not.
do.
Oh,
I do.
Okay, good.
The other ridiculous rumor I heard was that the Knicks might venture towards getting Blake Griffin.
See,
I didn't hear that.
Here we.
I didn't hear that.
See, here we go again.
All the energy out of the room with that one.
Now you're just making stuff up now.
Here we go again. Here we go.
I did hear another rumor that
that's real.
The Knicks were targeting Hayward.
Really? He's too soft.
Boston's trying to dump that salary. See, a lot of teams are going to try to give up a player like that because the Knicks have salary cap. So whatever the Knicks get in return with Hayward or any other of these names, but it's going to be hard. Just like what Bishop said about Philly. Yeah, Philly would love to land Mark, Dave, Bishop, but their salary cap is such where
they're really. I think they're trying to move Al Horford,
obviously,
and Tobias Harris,
right? Obviously.
Harris.
I think they want to keep Harris if they can, but they're not
opposed
to moving him. But they really want to move out.
They're too young for the Knicks.
Jesus Christ!
Say, just think about a lineup with Richardson and Holiday in the backcourt. So you got lockdown defense and you got offense in the back.
Shake Milton coming off the bench.
Then you got Tobias Harris. Then you got Ben in his natural position, in his real position where he's supposed to be. And then you got Jollof Rice in the middle.
with extra stewed chicken.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you got him in shape and being a problem every night. That's going to be a problem lineup if they're able to pull that off.
That's a big if. That's a big if. Yeah. Especially when we talk about MB. That's a big if. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if he's serious under the stewardship of Doc Rivers. We're gonna see. Doc needs to really reach this guy. I hope he can, because if not, he's just wasting his time in the NBA.
Listen,
all that talent that he has, he needs to step up his work ethic, and that's just what it is.
Somebody needs to tell him, listen, offer your sheer talent, you're an all-star.
Right.
Get in shape, get your mind right. The ticky-tacky injuries that you have won't be there if you're in shape.
Exactly.
And you can be a top 10 player because he has top 10 player talent.
He does. I'm not gonna front.
But he has a 5 cent mind and he eats too much.
Top 5.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be this is going to be a good year. Whatever everybody's saying about the rush to get back, keep in mind 8 teams never went in the bubble. Umpteen teams went home early in the bubble. Not to mention you was off for 4 months before you went to the bubble, and you're only playing 72 games. If you're not in shape, then damn it. Forfeit your 50% of the CBA.
Well, Dom, I was reading an article. Some of the officials in the NBA are worried about injuries and things of that nature because of maybe guys not being in the bubble, was sitting at home eating chicken wings and fried rice and pizza. And
well, that's on them. Remember, go to the bubble, guys. Let's go back before I met Dave. Going to the bubble, y'all sacrifice that CBA money and not that 35% cut. So that means when they was home sitting eating that shit you're talking about, Mark, they were getting paid. So if you didn't have enough sense to work out, shame on you. Shame on you.
Some dudes don't go to the gym like that.
Think about who was home. The teams that were home were the teams that were shitty. So it wasn't like the teams that were home were the teams that were shitty. Like you didn't even make it back to the bubble. So
how big do y'all think Zion Williamson is now?
And he was in the bubble.
Oh my God!
It looked like a bubble when he was in the bubble, but he was in the bubble.
I can only imagine. Have anybody seen him lately?
No.
Nope.
I hope he didn't spend his time in New Orleans. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, he from the deep South.
Oh yeah,
I was going to say
one of the Carolinas. So if he went home,
he
gets still a problem.
He gets still a problem.
20 years old and can only play 5-minute spurts.
Yeah.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
He gets squirts intravenously.
and that's the only thing, guys, that I take away from this that we said months ago. This is a golden opportunity. I'm biased. I'm a Knicks fan. The Knicks have had 9 months to get their act together because they didn't go to bubble. They couldn't smell bubble before the bubble. So you had all this time. And again, they put good pieces in place to get this party started. But you had 9 months, guys. The alibis are running out real quick.
Let me tell you something real
quick. A
lot
of money on front office people, guys.
Let me tell you something real quick. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet right here. And it's what you just said, Dom. Fuck the Knicks.
Oh, you
fuck the Knicks. That's why I said it. I don't give it.
I felt that all in here.
Yeah, good, because I wanted y'all to feel. Yeah,
Bishop, you can't even use your line about this does not reflect the game and the host.
He's the host.
Oh man, take that bullshit off, man. Take that shit off, man. Take that shit off, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cut you out, man. Take that shit off, man.
As Eddie Murphy said, man, yo, you was all swollen your chest when you said that.
Yeah, man. Because I'm not buying that, man. I'm not buying this nonsense. Oh, God, you're bringing in Worldwide West. You got Leon Rose and yeah. Man, fuck the Knicks, man.
Well, let me just say this before we get off the Knicks. If all else fails, they could always renovate the Garden again.
Exactly.
You know, well, they renovating Penn Station under it.
Yeah,
they are. I'm just saying. Listen, y'all, stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe, man. Okay, stop it.
The problem that the Knicks have is they left the season with point guard position in question, and you're coming back with the same issue because you still don't have a starting point guard, and
Right.
Drew Holiday would fit that bill 110%. That would exponentially
Okay.
that would exponentially take your team from the dumps to at least playing for that 6, 7, 8 seed.
So let's see what the Knicks do about that. Let's see how they address that point guard problem. Let's see. And then maybe perhaps I'll amend my fuck the Knicks stance.
We got a little over 2 months. Believe me, the Knicks
they better step it up.
They're one move away.
They better step it up. Otherwise, I'm not believing anything.
They're gonna be a 7th seed next year.
I have 2 more things to say. Are you very crash gentlemen?
Yes, I am.
Very crash.
And don't leave out petty. Don't leave out petty.
Very petty.
That too.
2, the Knicks are the tax write-off, so we expect this.
I ain't make that shit up. I did not make it up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Tax write-offs gonna write off.
I just can't watch. I can't wait to see ours team because that's gonna be some comedy in motion.
Okay, but listen, yours has been a disaster in the making for years, for decades.
At least we didn't sell a bill of goods like we selling a bill of goods and making it seem like we got like steak and lobster.
No, Bishop. Don't tell that. Don't tell that tall tale. That's what the Knicks always do.
I'm talking about signing 2 premier players in their prime. Signing 2 premier players in their prime and making it seem like it's going to take them from the basement because they're only like 2 levels ahead of the Knicks right now.
They're ahead of them. The bottom line is they're ahead of them. They're ahead of them.
2 levels ahead of the Knicks. What seed you think they're going to finish at? I
don't even know. To be perfectly honest.
If those guys are healthy for the majority of the season, and they sign and they sign Joe Harris, they re-sign Joe Harris, and talent-wise, they're upper echelon team in the East.
Okay, what seed? Exactly, 5 to 7. 5 to 7.
Third.
You got Miami, 3rd or 4th. You got Miami, you got Toronto, you got Boston, you got Miami, Toronto, Boston, you got Philly. You got Philly. That's 14 already.
Off share talent, they should be a 3rd.
We'll
seed,
see. We'll see.
I just named 4 teams that are better than them.
But the games have got to be played, brother.
Yeah,
the games have got to be played.
And it's KD and Kyrie.
So you think that they're going to be better than Miami, Milwaukee?
I didn't say anything.
Philly.
I just said the game. I said the game's got to be played.
That's 14.
See, we can speculate all that shit right now all day long. Okay, games got to be played. Players are going to get injured. It's going to affect the fucking game.
On paper,
I see what you're saying. On paper, I see what you're saying. I get it. But at the same time, again, games got to be played. Players are going to get injured. And they're not going to get injured. They're not going to get injured. There's not going to be injuries.
Speaking of injuries.
Okay, so nobody else is going to get injured. You want to make a bet on that?
Kyrie is definitely going to have an injury.
Sir. Would you like to make a bet besides Kyrie that somebody else in the NBA will be injured in these?
I don't watch games for injury reports.
Oh, I will if you're going to put up some money.
Ooh.
I'm saying
Bishop,
5 to 7.
You going to let him talk to you like that?
5 to 7. Now you want to put some money on that?
How many games does Kyrie play out of?
Take my bet.
How many games?
Take his bet.
That somebody's going to get hurt?
Yeah.
Is Kyrie going to play of 72? How many games will Kyrie play of 72?
45.
I'm missing 27.
Yeah. That was my number, Tom.
25.
Half.
45. 45.
I say half of them.
Misses 27. They're playing 72 games.
I don't believe this crap.
It's only you know what, R, as much as we joke around, when you look at his past,
no doubt.
Might not be that far off.
I don't think he is, to be perfectly honest. But at the same time, again, I go back to saying players do go through injuries. You understand what I'm saying? In that conference, in the Western Conference, East, West, all. I mean, I'm just saying. And let's not act these injuries don't affect the play of these teams. I mean, that's just what it is.
And Bishop should take your bet and stop fronting.
Somebody steps on somebody's ankle. He's hurt. Okay.
Oh God.
Really?
Listen. You know what I'm talking about. Don't even try. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
those basketball bet.
Shut up. You know what I'm talking about.
Let's move on.
Stop. Let's move on. Brutal. All right, we're gonna go to the lane of boxing. Yeah, it's brutal over here today. Okay, here's something that we could talk about. Golden Boy Promotions. Now, Mac.
Yes.
Now, I'm not gonna say you, but I thought that Canelo left Golden Boy. It was the other way around. They released him.
Ooh.
They released him. Yes, they did. And this, making Canelo a free agent. Now, this is interesting because I was doing some research on this, and it turns out, even with DAZN, that he's not with DAZN anymore, DAZN. All three are losing.
You think so?
I know so. You know what I'm saying? DAZN has, when they lost Canelo, who do they have now as their big guy? You understand?
The one that Triple G.
Okay. Okay, whatever.
Sarcastic though.
I read that. I saw that. I was like, okay. But they have Garcia.
Up and comer.
Yeah, an up and comer. But there's I like him too. But he's
not a star.
That's what I'm saying. He's not a star like Canelo is. There's no denying his star power and whatnot. There's nobody there at DAZN under DAZN to to get people to subscribe to and check out. No, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. You understand? Okay, again, no. DAZN is in trouble. Golden Boy is in trouble.
Golden Boy has been in trouble for the past.
Well, this just devastated them, right? This one here just killed them.
The level of contention between Canelo and Oscar and Golden Boy has increased over the years.
Right.
At one point, Golden Boy was the shit.
At one point.
They were the shit. And that was when Oscar was having his problems with jail and the cross-dressing and the cocaine and the high heels and all of that stuff.
Right.
And he was Goldie on the streets. That's the name of the streets, Goldie.
Right.
But when Al Heyman broke away and started his own stuff, and I forget the other guy's name, when they left Golden Boy, he struggled for a minute because he started losing boxes, and then he got Canelo, and Canelo sort of softened that blow, but without Canelo, you're right. Golden Boy needs to.
They're done because everybody else is like either with the Premier Boxing or Top Rank.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So there's no fights. And let me just address Canelo too, because he's losing this too, because he had hefty paydays coming to him with that deal with DAZN.
He could still get a hefty payday.
No, he can't, Mac. No, he can't.
Wait, hold on.
No, he cannot. He is not going to command $40 million a fight that he was getting from DAZN.
But he still has leverage. He has the most leverage out of the three entities.
Maybe, but I don't think he'll get that money like that. He's not going to get the money like that. There's no way.
You know what?
No way.
I know he's been going up in weight. He should go back down to middleweight, but I think he doesn't want the smoke that's waiting for him at middleweight. There's a few guys there.
I'm sure.
He's almost a cruiserweight now.
Right.
He's a super middleweight.
Super middleweight, exactly. But I'm just saying, dude, even though he has this perceived advantage, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna get anywhere close to $40 million. I guarantee you that. He'll get paid. He'll get paid, but it's not going to be anywhere near close to $40 million he was getting at that deal he was getting.
The
No
Bishop
way.
looks disinterested.
I'm wondering why they released him. If they know something we don't know.
Hey, maybe he's still using that stuff he was using that he got down in Mexico. He said it was the bad beef he ate.
Well,
beef?
From what I understand, they can't afford at this. Here's where the pandemic comes in. This is one thing I was reading about. You know, the boxing game right now is suffering. You know, no, and when I say I know the look, I just saw you look on your face. When I say that, it has affected the gate. You understand what I'm saying?
A little bit.
It has. It's affected the gate. So Golden Boy can't really afford to pay this dude like that because the numbers just aren't happening like that. Believe it or not. So you gotta take that into factor. You know, I'm just like, come on. So that's why they basically released him because it was a monetary thing. You understand? And yes, there was a lot of discontent between De La Hoya and also Alvarez. I get that too, but bottom line, money. They couldn't afford it.
Well, who's in that weight class that he's in to make a big money fight?
Which weight class? Because he holds a middleweight. He still holds a middleweight belt.
Okay, who's in that?
He holds a super middleweight belt, and he holds a light heavyweight belt.
Okay.
So what big names are there to make fights?
And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
At middleweight, one of
at any of those classes, huh?
At middleweight, one of the Charlos. He was in discussions to fight Triple G for a millionth time.
Jesus,
yeah, that's done. That's done. Nobody's going to pay for that. We already see Triple G. Triple G, like
he dispatched Crusher.
Yeah. So
who's on his way out?
There's nobody there.
So let me ask you this, Bishop. Do you think him moving up is he ducking people?
Well,
is he ducking the people at middleweight?
Who's at middleweight that he would be ducking?
Let me go.
Honestly, Bishop, there's no one really there.
I'll tell y'all in a second.
He's going to be fighting a stream of second-tier boxers in the near future because there's no one really there.
Right. So it's like, okay, so maybe Golden Boy is looking at it and saying, okay, well, you're not really the cash cow that
we thought you were.
We thought you were going to be moving forward because there's really nobody for you to fight.
Exactly.
Nobody's going to pay to watch you fight Triple G anymore because they know Triple G is only good if you don't have any firepower to shoot back at him. Then he's a beast. But if you have firepower to shoot back at him, then it's like, yeah, he's got nothing for you. So who else you going to fight?
There you go.
Who else you going to fight?
There you go. And who's going to pay?
Okay.
Who's going to pay this guy $40 million to watch him fight a second-tier fighter?
Here are the names. Here are the names at middleweight. Triple G is ranked second.
Whatever.
Jamal Charlo. Demetrius Andre.
Who?
Demetrius Andrade.
I like him.
I like him too.
Sergey Derevinchenko.
Who?
Ryota Murata.
Who?
Rob Brandt. Chris Eubanks Jr. I like him. Matave Korobov and Jamie Manigua.
Okay, now out of those names that you just mentioned, Mac, I could give you 2, maybe 3, maybe. Okay, out of all those names you mentioned. So again, I go back to saying second tier boxers.
All right, so let's go up to super middleweight, which is 168. Callum Smith, Khalid Plant, David Benavidez, Anthony Durrell. I like Benavidez. I like Durrell, and I like Plant. Durrell, Billy Joel Saunders.
Whatever.
Danny Jacobs. And let's go up. Let's go up to light heavyweight.
Stop right there. He doesn't have the power. He doesn't have the power. You can stop right there. Sorry. He doesn't have the power.
Hold on, let's name those names.
Why?
Because it's one dude who's ranked number 1 I never heard of. Artur Beterbiev.
Never heard of him.
Dmitry Bivol.
Right now, you're wasting your breath.
Gene Pascal. Hold on.
Okay, you're definitely Pascal.
Joe Smith Jr. Staten Island and Brownsville's Marcus Brown. Badu Jack.
Thank you.
Badu Jack.
Yeah. And Umar
fights by 1 point. He lost his last 19 fights by like 1 point.
Hey, he's still in the top 10.
See, this all those names you mentioned. All those names. Did you get Bishop? Did you get more than 5 quality fights out of that?
No. All of those names that you just mentioned, none of them are pay-per-view draws.
I agree with you.
And not pay-per-view draws.
And neither is Canelo.
The only person he would fight for that would be Triple G, because both of them have big fan bases and they want to see that.
Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
I don't want to see it, but we know the fans are stupid.
Very much.
They will see that. You could sell that fight again.
Triple G, like, he was exposed. Just like, dude, like, if you're gonna fight people that have no power to return anything that you're throwing at them, of course you're gonna win. Of course you're gonna win. The one time that he faced somebody that had some heat to throw back at him.
And could box.
Good God.
And could box. Well, not even could box, but that was just an added feature to it. It's like he exposed how limited your boxing skills are. It looks great when you walking through people's jabs and you walking through their power punches and tagging them up and knocking them out. That looks great.
Well,
but it's like, what happens when you run into somebody who you can't do that to?
Right. As R likes to say, he fought a lot of cab drivers.
Yeah. Barbers. Street vendors. Right. Keep going.
Bodega workers.
Yeah, bodega workers. Exactly. That's what he fought. Build up his resume. What a joke. Come on. Fuck out of here. That's what he did.
For Canelo, he owes Golden Boy a hell of a lot, because they pretty much marketed him as the next in coming. So it's like, dude, like, I can't make that money off of you that I was supposed to be making, because there's no fights out here. And even though you hold titles, it's like,
there you go.
What you gonna do? You gonna fight a Charlo? You gonna fight the Charlo? Those are the only ones that I think that would even drum up enough interest, because they talk, and people would just want to see one of them get their head knocked off.
Right.
I like the Charlo. I love the Charlo.
Yeah, but their boxing skills are really limited. Their mouth game is better than their boxing skills. The two of them.
Wow.
Nah,
I heard that.
I think it'd be a good fight with them and Canelo.
Okay.
7 rounds.
You get to beat both. You get to beat both of them up. You get to beat both of them up. Because I don't think any one of them has really had their chin tested like that, and he would.
Oh no! One of them done kissed the canvas.
Yeah, he would welcome the other one, or both of them, because Canelo at that weight, he's got some thunder.
So let me ask you this, Bishop: should he go down to 154? Go back to 147? I'm talking about Canelo.
I don't know if he'd be able to make that. How old is he now?
30.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd be able to make that weight, because you got to think his walking around weight is what, like $170?
Yeah, $180.
Yeah.
He a husky boy.
Roughly.
So his walk around weight is that. So trying to do that at 30, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
he ain't Roberto Duran. Only Roberto Duran could balloon up to 185 and then miraculously get back down to 147 and beat your ass.
Right, exactly. Yo, let's still stay in the lane of boxing. Let's move on to the next topic here. Adrien Broner is arrested for contempt of court. Claims he has only $13 to his name, but I added the capitalized "but." And the reason for that, folks, is the fact that literally like maybe a week or maybe it's very recent, a week or maybe 2 weeks ago.
4 days. 4 days. 4
Oh,
days.
4 days, not even a week. 4 days prior to that, he's on Instagram showing wads of money
He was doing this on the gram.
that his alleged rich friends gave him because he took care of them, and now it's their turn to take care of him, so to speak. What, am I getting it wrong, Bishop? What's happening here?
Yes.
So I'm getting it wrong. I'm getting it wrong.
First-hand knowledge that
oh boy,
that was Floyd Mayweather's money that he was propping on Instagram or Twitter or wherever he was on. That was Mayweather money that he was just, because he's got this fight coming up, so he's got this, about billions image to portray. So he still wants to portray that about billions.
Hold on. I want to hear this. Finish this out, please, Bishop. Please.
So he's still trying to portray that about billions image. So Mayweather allowed him to use his money as a prop so that he could still keep that stage, that ring image going. I believe him.
Bishop, they don't have a relationship anymore.
Exactly.
Huh?
They don't have a relationship anymore.
You that's semantics.
You watched his hands the whole way a long time ago.
Word. That's all like this.
He's not serious about the craft.
Well,
not. He's gang.
Yeah.
Gang.
So the fool has $13 to his name. So he says. It wouldn't shock me, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I'm sorry. I gotta keep it real. You're not about billions. No. You know what I'm saying? You're just barely above broke, if anything.
That'll be about jail.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Above broke, above jail, whatever the hell, about jail. Whatever. Take your pick. You understand? But my thing is, he's got an upcoming fight coming up. He owes this woman that he assaulted. I think it was in the amount of $830,000.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Damages. Allegedly. Okay, but still, he lost in court. Thank you, Mac. $830,000
judgment. It was a default judgment. He was never proven guilty of anything.
Wait a minute. Are you a retainer? Are you a retainer?
You should have been there a few days ago when he was in the court trying to represent himself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in light of the current situation, I'm learning to take the other side of the story at all times.
Okay.
It's not, I want to see how that works out for me.
Okay. All right, Johnny Carr. I got you, Johnny Carkin.
Okay. Don't do that to yourself. Don't be on the wrong side of the.
Yeah. Especially with an idiot.
Not for Adrien Broner.
Especially with an idiot. I mean.
Yeah. Hey,
did you guys wait? Let me ask you. I'm sorry, Dave. Let me just ask you. Did you guys happen to see that video?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw the video. It was hilarious.
What video?
Of him in court with the judge.
That's the only thing I saw.
You need to look that up, Bishop. You need to look that up right now. Okay, because
he didn't have adequate legal representation.
No, he came in there by himself.
He came in there by himself.
He didn't have an adequate wardrobe.
He had on a Christmas sweater, one of them ugly. He was going for the ugly Christmas sweater.
Bro.
Contest in the office.
He had like some acid wash jeans on or something. He looked like he was waiting for that second stimulus check.
Exactly. And the truly sad thing about that is I don't like the guy personally. That's well known. I don't like him at all. But I actually felt sorry for dude. I know you didn't, but that's how pathetic he looked in this video. I was like, wow. It's
you
like,
almost
damn.
had he was stuttering. He was like, Your Honor.
I was like, oh my God, this is horrible.
She told him, sir, I looked at your Instagram. And then right after I watched the video, I went to his Instagram. And not only did he front money 4 days ago, but if you go back 3 more days, he fronted some more money.
Ridiculous.
It was the same money. It wasn't real.
Okay. All right, Johnny. I got you. Yeah.
Get off the gram, man. Stop telling on
him. His Twitter account was hacked.
Right. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Keep trying. Yeah, the glove didn't fit either, right?
Yeah,
I got you. Right.
Quit.
Okay.
You know what's the sad thing, R?
What's that?
I'm a couple of years ago watching Adrien Broner, and he had me because I saw the story. He was like, "Yeah, I've been to jail. I come up from hard times, rough means in the streets, and all of this. I don't want to go back." But now you're going back to the box, homie, because you are a moron.
Well, you know what? I mean,
And
sometimes
like you said, he's not a gym rat. He had some talent. He was talented enough to win a couple of belts and be a champion for a while. But when you losing a 40 to 2,000-year-old Manny Pacquiao, that's not a good look.
well, not just that. Just like you guys say, he's not a gym rat. He didn't take his, just like I'm gonna basically piggyback off what you just said, Mac. He had the talent to win belts, but you didn't hone that. You didn't keep it. You just let it fall by the wayside. By just showing off and not taking your craft serious, and this is what happens. And now, face possibility, going back to jail. I mean, you say you don't want to stay go back to jail, but your actions prove otherwise. You understand?
When we did the show where he came from a shootout, 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning. His car was riddled with bullets. He was on the Kentucky-Cincinnati, the Kentucky-Ohio border, talking about gang. I'm like, dude, you're a millionaire. Why are you in shootouts? Why are you at dice games?
He was a millionaire. Don't forget, was.
Well, I mean, the fight that he has coming up, I mean, it will allow him to get out of the current financial situation that he sees himself in. So the challenges that he faces will be alleviated once he's allowed to get into the ring. So I doubt.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Like $10 million. I think the
how much?
He's supposed to pay like $10 million.
He's not getting no $10 million.
Who's he fighting?
I don't even know.
I thought that they said that. I thought that his attorney was like he's supposed to be getting $10 million from him.
$10 million. It's more believable. I'll get $10 million. It's more believable I get that than he would.
Well, I mean, I'm just repeating. You guys are repeating what you read, so let me repeat what I read.
I'm just saying.
Well, that's what he was saying. They were saying that he's supposed to be getting $10 million, so he'd be able to satisfy the default judgment without any issues and be able to move on with his life. And
okay, let me see. $10 million. You tax that, you figure about $6 million.
His last fight, he got 2.5 to fight Manny. So the dude he fighting ain't Manny. So I know he ain't getting 10. And
he only got 2.5 to fight Manny? Is that what you're saying? Oh yeah, he ain't getting no 10 million. Nah, he ain't getting.
Well, that's what I read, and I haven't seen the contract.
Okay.
But I mean, the fight is supposed to help get him out of his financial situation.
All after taxes and paying certain people and
the challenges that he's facing at this particular time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's supposed to help him get out of that. So
I don't know
if the honor would show enough grace and mercy to allow him to defend, and represent his financial situation, then I think he'd be straight until the next 5th chance.
Yeah,
exactly.
He's 2-1 in his last 5 fights. He's not getting $1 million.
Yeah, well, he was washed up when Maidana went in there and beat the crap out of him.
Well, yeah.
That's when I knew he was washed up, because it's like, dude, you talked all of that crap, and he came in there and beat you.
And sent you out there crying.
Beat you.
You was crying. Which is one of the greatest moments I've ever experienced in my life. I absolutely loved it. I'm watching the TV like, I said, is he crying? That can't be happening. Let me move up closer to the screen and take a look. He's crying. I couldn't even believe that. Yo, dude, I just damn near pissed my pants from laughter watching that. That was the greatest night of my life. No lie.
Could have been perspiration. Could have been perspiration.
Yeah,
No.
His eyes are sweating.
Yeah, okay. His eyes are sweating, right? Sure. Yeah, the sniffles too.
Oh,
You just got punched,
one of those.
you just got punched in your nose about 30 times. Yo, you're gonna be sniffling too.
Yeah, okay. Hey, are you on retainer? What the hell
Yeah,
is with you?
yeah.
Jesus
that
Christ.
Chico put hands on him.
Yo, let's do some moving on, guys. Still in the lane of boxing. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, Deontay Wilder. Oh boy. Okay, so this guy has more excuses on why he lost to Tyson Fury. You blaming his ex-trainer, Mark Breland, saying that maybe perhaps he spiked the water that he was drinking. He's like, I'm not the type of guy that gives up. This is my traitorous trainer, threw the towel in. This dude, you're making yourself look really bad here. No, real talk. All this bronze bomber and this and that, and you're the alpha dog and all this stuff. You're coming off like a vagina. You really are.
Not a wop either.
Yeah, you're coming off like a real vagina. You got your ass beat. That's just what it is. In the first fight, everybody's like, no, it was a draw. No, you got beat. The second fight, yeah, he put it on your ass, and deservedly so. You understand? So stop. Just accept the L. You weren't the better man that night during the rematch. You lost. And deal with it. Get yourself right. You understand what I'm saying? And deal with it. Other than that, shut up. Shut up. To blame Mark Breland. Come on, man. You're a joke. You're a joke. I don't even know if I can take you seriously as a heavyweight, even with all that power that you have. But you're a one-trick pony. Let me bring my man in here, L Dog. L Dog is here.
Lance Gross in the house.
Oh my, yeah, Lance Gross, whatever.
That's my brother, though.
I had to threaten this guy, ladies and gentlemen, earlier today. I said, because he got a brand new phone. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about you right now because I'm gonna get on your goddamn nerves. I'm gonna talk about you. All right. He got a brand new phone because he upgraded from the flip phone. He's kind of like Coach. Don't want to, join us in the 21st century. So what happened was he got a new phone. I said, okay.
Oh,
you got a camera on that phone.
Yeah,
wait.
HD.
You got a camera on that phone, right? I said, yo, you are going to come on this show tonight. Otherwise, I'm coming to where you're at and drag you. All right? I'm sorry. I had to tell the story, Al.
I like that picture in the back, Al.
For sure.
Get it. So I came on to you talking about bum ass Deontay Wilder.
Yes, you did. Yes.
I've been calling him a bum for 10 years, so it don't even matter to me.
Right.
I don't like him. I ain't like him when he first came, but it's worse now. Cause just say, yo, I lost. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't my night. He got me. Whatever. Don't come out with. He done had like 5 different excuses in the last week. He spiked my water. The costume was too heavy. He got paid to throw in the towel for the trilogy.
The gloves are loaded.
Come on, man. Just
he said he maneuvered his hands in the gloves.
Yeah, he took the gloves. The gloves was bad. I'm like, yo, come on.
He said that Tyson Fury maneuvered his hands in the glove.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know, Al. You boxed before.
Maneuvered his hands or
no?
Or Tyson Fury's hands.
Tyson Fury's hands and Tyson Fury's gloves.
Like he can move his hands and like his fingers around or whatnot. His positioning. Listen,
he's had 99 excuses and a win wasn't one on that night.
No, exactly.
He was just I think they were trying to say that like the gloves was like it was no padding in the glove.
Right. Yes, sir.
So it's like the rap was wrong and like he ain't had no padding in the glove. Basically trying to say Fury was hitting him with bare knuckles, pretty much.
So
that's what he's trying to say.
And then he said they weren't loaded.
So in fact, like they inspected the gloves and they signed off on it, and then they also inspect the wraps after.
Yeah, we don't know that though. Hold up, man, we ain't supposed to know that. We don't know that.
I usually no. I'm just saying. Like I heard a rumor and I seen it before where they cut the wraps off and then they go into a separate area. You know what I mean? So they're inspected after the fight, so you don't get a chance to dress in room.
You blowing up the spot. You ain't supposed to know nothing about that.
Oh, okay.
That's not how I go.
All right. Snitching.
Yeah, exactly.
Snitching.
But yo, he just comes off as a vagina, man. Because I'm like, dude, are you really going to do this?
And
go ahead, man.
And then he make me look bad because I've been vouching for his bitch ass. Yeah, I know.
Wait a minute.
I know.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Let me hold on for a second. Let me rewind for a second because now I'm thinking about it. Weren't you guys on me about this guy?
Probably.
Yeah, they were.
I know. I would have been.
Yeah, it just hit me just now. These guys were on me about. Oh, why are you so down on this guy? He's got power in his right hand and he's undefeated, blah, blah, blah. And that's why I got the phrase, well, when you're beating up on barbers in Harlem and Uber drivers and street vendors, you know, yeah, when you're building your record, okay, against guys that shouldn't be in a ring, okay, yeah, he is the shit, no doubt, okay. But when you get in with somebody that's a tactician in the ring, you're exposed for who the phony ass that you are. No, I'm not gonna stop. No, I'm not gonna stop. No, I'm not stopping.
You're giving Tyson Fury way too much credit. So
I'll give anybody. I'll give anybody way too much credit as long as they beat his ass.
He just out toughed him. He's not a tactician. You.
Are you serious?
Hold up.
Go ahead,
I can't let you say that.
Go ahead,
I can't let you say that. Tyson Fury, he might have the body of a Jewish man, but he can box his ass off. Well, he always been light-footed. And I'm not saying he's like Ali or nothing, but he always been light on his feet, and he's always been a good boxer.
Thank you.
Always.
Thank you.
Yeah, but he has no power.
I can't let you just call dude no bum.
I'm just saying, but you yes.
He remember when you hear them announce him, they announce him as the lineal heavyweight champion. He beat the man who beat the man who beat the man. So he ain't no bum. Yeah, he's the real dude. He's the real dude. He ain't no bum. He never lost his title in the ring. He had to give it up because he had mental issues and all drug problems and all of that. But he never lost his title in the ring. He is that dude. So don't take that away from him like that.
He beat Deontay Wilder. He beat him up. I'll give him that. But if
he
there's
beat
a fight,
everybody up.
If there's a fight, but I'm just saying, if there's a fight and it's Tyson Fury versus I was pretty sure that not a lot of people are going to be paying to watch Tyson Fury fight.
That's not true. We got a big fan base, bro.
Yeah, that's
British fan base. He's a British fighter. Okay, so what?
Nah, he's got an American following too.
Big fan base, bro.
What is he? Irish or Greek or what is gypsy or whatever he's saying? It's like, yeah.
You might not like him, but
I'm not a fan.
Wow, yo.
But you're one person.
I don't like Deontay Wilder either. Ever since I saw that video of him twerking, I'm like, dude. I'm like, skinny jeans. I'm like, dude, you over 6'5". You over 6'5". You got on skinny jeans and you twerking.
That's one of my things. Like I said, you said you ain't like him. I ain't like him way before that. But I was actually at this girl house. And I don't even remember what reality show she was watching. And This dude was on the reality show with tight white pants on. I'm like, yo, come on, man. You don't want to be a fighter. You want to be a celebrity. That's how I feel about Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia don't want to fight no more. He want to be a celebrity.
Leave Swift alone.
No, I agree with
Swift.
No.
Swift is
I'll go to the club with Swift.
I don't like Swift. I don't like Swift.
Hold on. I got to take it off subject since I got Larry here. Larry.
Here we go.
Where were we? We saw some wide receiver for the New York Jets.
In the club. Keyshawn Johnson was a rookie. I think we was in
we was in the shadow. We was in the shadow.
Thank you. We was in the shadow, and he's supposed to be hurt. He's supposed to be hurt with a knee injury, and they was playing Follow Me, and that nigga was in there dancing his ass off. And we was like, ain't you supposed to be hurt?
So Larry, there's a book coming out about the Jets when they were 1-16 or 1-15 with Rich Kotite. And they said the veterans was like, yo, people don't care. They out here coming in drinking and doing whatever they doing. And Keyshawn was like, yeah, it's me. I know. He said it was me. So he says later on, they did an interview with some of those old players. He said, yeah, I was getting ripped every night.
Oh yeah, he couldn't front. Like they blew him up in the club. They're like, yo, we got New York Jets rookie Keyshawn Johnson in the house. They put the spotlight on him. That nigga was doom, 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 doom. Oh, he was dead. Wow. I was like, wow.
Speaking of the Jets, they're winning.
Hard to believe. Hard to believe.
Just Flacco just threw a touchdown, another touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the score? What's the
score? It's 26, going to be 27 if he hits the extra point.
I'm happy.
17.
Yeah, 27-17.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Time left.
It's still third. Yeah.
I'm happy.
This time.
Stop the count.
This time.
Bishop is a known killjoy.
I'm actually happy that they're winning because I don't want them to get a chance at Trevor Lawrence. So good.
Trevor Lawrence ain't coming out.
Oh, he's not?
Well, if he's smart, he won't.
Yeah, he said he was talking about. He was like, he's like, nah, I'm thinking about my senior year. Translation, I ain't trying to play for the Jets. Nigga, I'll stay in school for another year.
What I need to know is he actually said that.
Huh?
He actually said that?
Yeah, he said he's thinking about staying in school for a senior season.
Okay, thinking about it. He hasn't committed, but he's thinking about it.
No. Yeah, he's thinking about it. His people was telling him, yo, don't go to the Jets.
He should listen to his people. Exactly. I agree. You know,
that organization ain't worth a damn.
No,
so big bro, what fighter? Who's your favorite fighter?
Who, me?
Yeah. What's your name, bro?
Oh,
Bishop.
Huh?
Bishop, like in juice.
Yeah,
Bishop. Okay, brother.
Yeah, I'm old school. I like the Roy Joneses. I like the Mike Tysons. I like the Mayweather.
You talking about right now?
There really is no fight. I mean, I watched this fight. I watched this Gervonta Davis. I think Terrence Crawford. I like to watch Terrence Crawford fight. That's about it. The rest of them is like
you don't like Teofimo?
I'm not convinced. I think Gervonta would knock him out. I'm not convinced. And I've seen Gervonta Davis fight before, but I never seen him like be so vicious like how he was.
Right.
And you always know Terrence Crawford is like he ends fighters' careers. I like watching him fight because it's like the fight is already over in the second round, but he takes it to the 11th round just because he like beating people up.
You don't like Errol Spence?
I think he take it to the 11th round because he ain't bring his power up to 147.
Nah, sometimes I'm watching him fight, and it's like, dude, the fight is already over. Like, if you just put in another few combinations behind each other, and he'll just stretch it out just to get the work in, And I'm just like, wow, like you see this dude don't want anymore, and he'll back off a little bit. he'll back off a little bit just so that
Right.
the dude could get his resilience back up and then break him back down again. And I'm like, yo, like I would never get in the ring with that dude.
Bishop, you don't like Errol Spence?
No.
Damn, he just gave that curt answer. Whatnot? No.
When he fought, I thought he had more power and he was more. But when he fought, what's his name? He looked horrible. When he fought Porter, he looked horrible. And if anybody with some power put some hands on him, he's out of there.
He didn't look horrible. It's just that Porter is that guy. Porter caught him with some really flush shots. Porter makes it hard for you.
But
that's why they don't. I mean, I'm not I like the truth. I'm an Errol Spence fan. I think he eventually got to leave welterweight and move up. But the thing with the fight with Gervonta and Leo Santa Cruz, I like Leo Santa Cruz.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I knew the problem was going to be that he was blown up. He ain't belong up there.
No.
Nope.
And he ain't belong up there. So you saying you think Gervonta will knock out Teofimo? Teofimo is a natural lightweight.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand that.
With dynamite in his hands too.
Yeah, so I think that'll be a different kind of fight. That'll be a different kind of fight. I'm not saying Gervonta won't win. Right. I'm not saying Gervonta won't win, but I think it'll be tougher and it'll be a different kind of fight.
Right.
Well, I mean, I watched him fight. I watched him fight the last fight, Teofimo. He looked pretty decent against what's his name, because he just did something simple. He just took away his angles. He took away his ability to fight at angles. That's all he did. That's all he really did. He took away his ability to fight at angles, and it short circuited. He didn't know what to do after that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of hard though. That ain't an easy thing to do.
Well, no, because he put his hands on him, and once he put his hands on him and he felt the power, he I probably shouldn't do that. So it stopped him from doing that. But I think like with Gervonta Davis, I watched him fight, and I'm just like, yo, this dude is not. He's got a good chin, and he's not afraid to take a punch to get hit off. So I'm like. I don't, and when I watch, Leo Santa Cruz is not a bad fighter, and I watched him do everything, the kitchen sink. I watched him throw haymakers and catch him, and it just made him come after him even more. And it was just like, I don't know.
Leo is a tough fighter. Leo has good power, but not Gervonta's power.
No,
and he shouldn't have traded with Gervonta. When he realized he could hit that hard, he should have not traded with him. And
it was too late.
Ain't no punk in Leo.
Ain't no punk.
Well, that's true, Al.
Well, I had said, what do you call it, man? This I told Max, I said 7th round. Leo's going down.
Al called it.
You know what I'm saying? I said 7, and it happened a round early, obviously. But my whole thing was that the fact that this guy, he's 32 years old, and that might not be a big thing to you guys. But my thing is, there's no way he's going to be able to take that power that Gervonta has, for a long period of time. That's just my thinking. So that's why I said 7th round, he's going to taste the canvas. You understand? So that's just what it is. I mean, we're talking about he did, and when you do that, well, it's inevitable of what's going to happen, and that's just what it was. That uppercut.
Brutal. That's the prettiest uppercut I've seen.
It was brutal, and that was it. He was done after that. You know what I'm saying?
He just seemed like one of them dudes that is just like, yo, I'm hungrier for it.
Right.
Teofimo is like, yo, you got your pops in there talking for you. You got this fine. You did what you had to do. I give it to you. You won that fight. There was no question about it. But when you get in there with like a hungry pit bull who angry, and you start hitting him, and the more you hit him, the madder he get, and the more he coming after you. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I think their power is similar. I think he might have a little bit more than Teofimo, but Teofimo.
It's like Gervonta, he fights in good close. He fights in good. It's like, I don't know if he's gonna be.
So does Teofimo.
Yeah, but
it'll be a good fight.
It's if it happens,
have you watched Teofimo's fights?
I watched a couple of his fights, but like I said, I'm really not impressed with. I don't see that dog in him. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I
I
don't
don't see
know.
that dog in him.
They ain't nobody ain't challenged him like that yet.
Right.
Nobody
and
challenged him like that yet.
Right.
So who ready for Fury Wilder 3?
Nobody. Nobody.
Contain your excitement, fellas. Contain your excitement.
No. Listen, let me take a quick turn, man. I'm gonna take it off boxing for a minute, and I gotta go to the comedy hour. Okay, so bear with me first. I gotta go into a little comedy with this one here. Steve Cohen, the new owner of the New York Mets, cleans out front office, makes Sandy Alderson team president. And with that, I see Dom is back. He said, "Okay, I can't talk about this boxing stuff too long." He said, "Let me come back for the."
And I'm repping tonight, y'all.
Actually,
And I'm repping.
what
I'm repping.
Yeah, what
Okay,
tough are, I didn't leave because of the boxing, but my wife's in school. She needed some help.
Okay.
So I took the opportunity to
during that thing. It's all good.
I went back to school.
It's all good. But yo, here we go, man. We talked a little bit about this before with Steve Cohen. I know I've been on record for saying that this guy's a Met fan and he's got deep pockets, so this is quite possibly a good thing, And I knew, and I was so happy to hear that bye Brody Van Wagenen. Get your ass up out of here. Had enough of the nonsense. 2 years was way too long. You shouldn't have been hired from jump. You understand? And it was a quick experiment. Thank God that this guy got this team and he got rid of him. Unfortunately, he got rid of Omar. I did kind of like Omar. I'm not gonna lie. And the rest of them had to go as well. Now, here's where I have a little problem. Sandy, you're bringing Sandy back. With the A's, I liked him. With the Mets, I don't know. Team president, okay. I don't know. It just bothers me. Something about it bothers me. But I am glad that I'll take the leaving of what's his name, Brody. You know what I'm saying, and welcome in Sandy. To you honestly, because that was a mess. So hopefully this guy will do the right thing. I think he will. Considering once again he's a fan of the team that he bought. Kind of like a Steve Ballmer with the Clippers or whatnot. Yeah, you understand. So this could be a really good thing. Met fans might be able to lift their heads with pride once again. We'll see.
Brody is gone. He should have never been hired. They still paying Jed Lowry. He's only giving us 8 at bats.
Right.
Omar had to go because Sandy doesn't like him because Omar is the Wilpons guy.
Right.
And although Omar is a good baseball man, I get that to him.
Yes.
I don't think Sandy wanted him around, so he's like, Steve, you got to let him go. And Steve Cohen liked Omar, so he had to go. Those other people had to go. The Mets bad for the last 2 years. I think Sandy is going to keep Rojas as the manager because Rojas has been in him and Sandy have been in an organization before together, so they know each other and they work together. And Rojas is a good company man, so they're going to keep him there. I think he gets at least 1 year, and I think Sandy hasn't been the greatest GM here for the Mets. No. He's the president now. The Mets have some interesting pieces. They just need a real center fielder. They need a catcher. They need to shore up the pitchers behind DeGrom. Go out and get you another ace. And get rid of Robinson Cano and his bad contract. Should have never been here. May need a reliever because Diaz didn't look good this year.
Right. Yeah.
And besides,
basically you saying they need a whole new team.
I didn't say that. They got some good
now's
pieces.
the time.
Right.
Let me say this because I'm a big Met fan, so.
Yes.
Every team has holes, and this is the time when they start figuring out how to fill those holes. I think with Sandy, he stepped aside. He got sick, unfortunately, and they tried to do this GM by committee type thing at first and all. So I think that maybe Cohen felt like, maybe he owed a little something to Sandy, but I see a shift in culture. And I've always talked about culture. I don't care who they bring in there. If it's a toxic or failing type of energy in the building, that needs to be cleansed. And so I think that I applaud Cohen for not wasting time and spending a whole. I mean, he buys a team, is finalizing like 2 days later. He's got rid of the entire front office. And so it shows me that he's bold and he's not afraid, because the Mets always played scared money. They had money, and then of course you had the Bernie Madoff situation, so that impacted them adversely. But they've always played that scared money, and that doesn't win. And if you are a talented free agent, that's not the atmosphere that you're looking to come into. That they're like the place that you would go towards the end of your career, where you figure you can get that one last contract, and but you really don't. You're not really invested in building for the future. And so I think this sends a message to the league that the Mets are about to shift. I'm not saying that it's, you still got to play the games, but I think that from the mindset of potential players coming, they're now looking at, they might be onto something in Flushing. I want to be a part of this, because it doesn't appear to be the same old Mets from an organizational standpoint. So
unfortunately, they're still the Mets.
But they have. I mean, as recently as 2015, they were in the World Series
and the playoffs the year after.
Right. So I mean, historically, but I'm saying that to say that they do have some winning in their history. They just don't have the legacy. I mean, you're looking at.
It's not consistent.
We share the city with the Yankees. Right. So right away, it's going to be looked at as But I tell you about New York. New York City has always been a National League town, whether you want to admit it or not. They've been a National League town. It's just that when the Yankees are good, the Mets hadn't been. I mean, the only time that they were really, those two trains met was in the Subway Series of 2000.
Yep.
But believe me, because I've been a Met fan. I'm 55. I've been a Met fan since I was a very small child. Right. And I will tell you, if you look back at like even 86, I remember Yankee Stadium was a ghost town. It was a cemetery. People did not go to Yankee games, and everybody knows. How
far back was that?
I'm talking about 86. But what I'm saying this to say, the bigger point is that the city had a different investment in the Mets success than they did the Yankees success. I mean, after 88, when they disbanded that and the Mets went on their downhill, you saw all those people that were wearing Met hats in 86 were wearing Yankee hats. But there was a long time that the Yankees were not good.
Right.
And I'm not taking anything from the Yankees, but I'm telling you that the Mets if the Mets didn't share the stage with the Yankees, they wouldn't be seen as that much of a losing franchise as they are now. It's comparative. It's all relative to their the fact that they share the stage with the Yankees, because you've got teams that have not had the success the Mets have had. So, but it's just it's just amplified because of the fact that we share this Big Apple with the Yankees. But New York City has always been a predominantly a National League town.
Okay.
But you know what, David? It shifts. It shifts. When the Mets are good, the fans flock, and the Yankees tend to be bad. When the Yankees are good, the Mets tend to be bad, and the fans flock to the Yankees. And like you had said, people flip-flop. I like both teams, but I like National League Baseball better.
Right.
Okay.
But Dave's going back a long way. New York has not been a National League town since the Dodgers and the Giants. So the biggest problem with the Mets, which they could probably alleviate, because you remember we had this conversation with the Mets thinking about selling. And we said, hey, if the new owner comes in, he could clean house. Okay, you took care of that. The biggest problem with the Mets, and you brought up 86, Dave. I remember being in Germany and rooting for the Mets. And they won, everybody was like, oh, you're a Yankee fan. I'm a New Yorker. I'm going to go for the Mets. But the biggest problem, hopefully they alleviate that with stop chasing the Yankees. Worry about the Mets. Stop trying to steal the back page. Stop trying to be a big splash. You know, guys, from 2010 to 2020 was the first time in 100 years that the Yankees hadn't won a World Series in each decade. So you can't chase that, guys. That's there. It's done. You can't chase that. Just let that go. Be the Mets.
That's true.
Now you got to start, just like the Knicks. Everybody's getting a new start, and just go from there. Stop chasing the ghost of the Yankees and Yankee Stadium and the Bronx. Just be the Mets, man. Be the best you can. What's the matter, R?
Wait, what did you just say? A new start? Like who?
I'm comparing putting all the new pieces in place. That's what I'm getting at. Not the
okay. Oh, okay.
Now they have a chance. Now that
I got it, Dom. I got it.
Right. Now that you're owner. These are
put the hat down.
The good thing is the good thing with this deal is this guy gets down.
Yeah.
I would have got rid of the manager. Honestly, I would have got rid of the manager and had a clean start.
Okay.
You know, there's plenty of good young managers out there that could have came in, and again, you're replenishing your system. As Dave would say, your culture, your image. What you're trying to recultivate.
But you know what,
let the Yankee thing go.
You know what, Dom? Cohen's been in the Mets organization for the past 8 years as a minority owner, so he knows. He knows. He knows Rojas. He knows the roster. He knows the team. He knows all the pieces that are there.
Right.
Okay.
And I agree to you. I muted myself by mistake. I agree with you. I agree with you to an extent.
I thought you was going to. I thought you was going to Starbucks.
That Wi-Fi.
That Wi-Fi, Bishop.
Don't get me involved in this.
No. Hold on. I groove killed myself.
You sir are a legend for that one. Okay.
But
the Wi-Fi expressed on this program is not. Let's get rid of him.
Go ahead, Mac.
Yeah, what I was saying about Rojas, he's worked in that organization for years. He's managed in a minor league, so maybe he can be a good manager under the circumstances that he gets to manage for a full season.
Right. And
the front office gives him players to work with, rather than what they had last year, which was
nothing. Yeah. Exactly. Silence.
Here's the thing about with
Rojas. Did I miss the other segment?
Which one?
No, that's coming up.
No, we were talking managers. Did I miss that other segment?
No. I know you were going to segue into that. But to the point with Rojas, I'm willing to give him a chance, but again, he wasn't supposed to be their manager.
Right.
you know,
Right, Beltran was.
Beltran was.
Right.
Yes.
You know,
Great segue.
Yeah. So I guess I've said what I had to say about the Mets. If we want to segue in from that point, you know.
Hold on, let me say something about Beltran. I saw an article where somebody said that the Mets should bring him back. And I'm like, no, you blew that, homie.
Well,
I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the hire to begin with.
Me either.
Yeah. Not.
Yeah, me neither. I was like, okay. Yay. You know? But
I think the Mets hired him as a, splashy big name.
Yeah. Well,
stop doing that.
Exactly. I agree with you. Stop doing that. And I agree with Tom. You know, don't chase the Yankees. I agree with that 100%.
They can't help themselves. They feel like they're falling behind and whatnot. You know what it is, and it's because it's because of the pressure. It's because of the immense pressure that they face against their big brother.
Here's the thing. I agree with that to a point. But here's the thing that I have. Okay, Steve Cohen is a fan, just like I'm a fan. We just got different bank accounts. But here's the thing. In this game, that chasing, that's for the fans to do. Let the fans go out there and talk and compete. Who's got the better team this year? Who's going to win the Subway Series? All interleague and all that stuff. I don't want my owners doing it. I don't want the people like Dom always talks about the adults in the room. In this case, I don't want the adults in the room caught up in that. You have one team to worry about, and that is the team that you own, the team that you're paying people to perform in. That's all I want them to worry about.
I hear you.
Let the Daily News and the Post and all this stuff do the back page stuff, and let us do this stuff on this show. But when it comes down to the people that have made an investment in bringing a change in the success of the team, I want them to focus on what's at Citi Field and not what's at Yankee Stadium.
Well said. Well said.
Right.
Now, oh boy, I wasn't even gonna get into this, but I guess I have no choice. Here it is. Let's show it up. Now, I'm sure there's gonna be more than one person kind of riled up over this. Perhaps Boston Red Sox rehire Alex Cora as their manager after a 1-year suspension of the cheating scandal.
Dead Sox.
Yo, dude. Where do I go with this one? Where do I go? Because I have so many different angles to shoot from. With this, I mean, damn. So here we have one of the biggest scandals in recent history of Major League Baseball. It just happened, a couple of years ago, and this is huge, because we haven't, besides outside of these steroids and whatnot, this is huge. And it was a year-long thing. You know what I'm saying? We heard about it for a long time. And you finally suspend the guy. Okay? And immediately, after he serves his time, you rehire him. You rehire him.
Yeah.
Not for one, but 2 years.
2 years.
With an option.
Right. I don't understand that. I just don't.
I do. I understand it.
Well, please, the floor is yours, sir.
I mean, I think looking at the option that they have, they don't care about that. That's the past. They care about winning and what he can do for that franchise. If they think that they can win, if they can win with him, and they have before, then that's what they're looking at.
And he was their guy.
Yeah, the court of public opinion, they don't care about that.
Obviously.
You know, and if he does win with them, then if they'll feel vindicated because the fans in Boston, they don't care about that. You think they're gonna like boycott the team? You know, we may not like what happened there. We may not like what he did, but they don't give a damn about that. They're competing against the Yankees. They're competing against, you know. So I say I understand it. May not make us happy. We may not think, but you know, morality in sports, it doesn't exist.
No, there is none.
Right.
Yeah,
So let me ask you this: y'all don't think he doesn't deserve a second chance?
No, absolutely not.
Not now or ever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. That's the problem, Mark. That's the problem. This I'm a big baseball guy. Y'all know that.
Right.
Baseball always seems to put egg on their face and then rub it in. They loved when everybody was hitting home runs.
Yeah.
Right.
Then they threw all that under the bus and cried steroids. But
Yeah.
you couldn't spell steroids when they were doing steroids. But then you ostracized the greatest player of my generation because of steroids. Let's keep this in perspective, guys.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds won 3 MVPs before MLB could sell steroids. So now you take what they did this time. Here's the catch, guys. They suspended him for a year. So who's to blame? Cora, the Red Sox, or Major League Baseball? Y'all do know that both of those managers that got suspended or fired are back in baseball.
Back in, that's right.
Exactly.
AJ Hinch.
Hinch is managing, and Cora is back with the Red Sox. And here's the funny thing that nobody caught on to. Whatever his name was with Boston, when they hired him, as the interim manager.
Right.
What was the plan? We're going to look out. Mookie's going to leave, so we're going to have a down year. Next year, we're going to bring our guy back.
Yeah.
That's a Major League Baseball problem, guy. That ain't no Red Sox problem. That ain't a Cora problem. And they did this to themselves, guys. Let's just keep it, you know, as the youngins say, 100. Why didn't they get suspended? We argued this forever, guys. Why didn't they get suspended longer? Why didn't the players involved get suspended? Why didn't they lose revenue, money? It was a quick fix. You can't come on and pay for a year.
Yeah, it's BS. You know,
they played the cards they were dealt, guys.
If we was off for a year, we got a problem because of our Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Didn't they win?
Wait, what happened?
Didn't they win?
Back in what 20? They won back in 2017. The Red Sox
When they cheated.
Yeah.
No,
that was
the Astros.
Then the Astros.
Right.
He was the
bench coach on the Astros.
Right.
And then when he won with the Boston Red Sox the following year, that's 2018.
18, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So that's how he got caught because he was the bench coach.
Now, whether you agree with or like Beltran, the Mets and everybody threw him under the bus, and he was only a coach. So now he's ostracized forever, basically.
Well, he was a player.
These two guys
he was a player.
He was a player, Don. Yeah, he was a player when that happened.
No, he was a coach. He was a coach.
When?
He was a player. Okay, well, he was part of it. Right. But you bring back the guys that were in charge of this. I could have swore he was a coach. If he was a player, but I'm saying, you brought back the guys that invented the tomahawk chop, the garbage can banging, cameras in center field. They was well aware of it. But nobody really got punished, guys. We talked about this back then. Did any player lose money? Did the teams lose money? Did MLB take money?
Nope.
So here we sit, and I can't believe what's the name got a job, because I think he was more dirty than Cora, the Astros manager. They took it, and we didn't argue, we discussed it. The Astros took this shit to like new dimensions. The only thing they were missing were drones. They had all the they had cameras. Hey, I don't remember the Red Sox going that far, guys. To be honest, maybe I missed it. It wasn't. as well documented.
But do you think other
this
teams
guy
cheat?
getting the job is an insult.
Do you think other
If
teams
you ain't
cheat?
cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the manner we discussed this when it happened, Mark. We all know teams try to steal signs and do this, but they just took it to another level, man. They added electronics, codes. They just went bizarre, and we witnessed some of it. When that little kid Altuve hit that home run on Chapman, come on, guys, didn't you think to yourself, man, it looked like he knew that pitch was coming? Well, damn it, he did. He actually knew what pitch was coming. And I had an argument with a friend of mine.
You still got to hit it.
Still got to hit the ball.
Yeah.
But that's a good point, Chip. That's a good point, Bish. But here's the thing. You still got to hit it. But if you know it's a curveball outside, fastball inside, you have that option not to swing if that ain't the pitch. You can sit back and wait for the next bang, bang, bang. Uh-oh, curveball.
Right.
Now you're prepared for it. There's a difference. I get it. I argued that with steroids. You could, until some scientist tells me that steroids helps your hand and eye coordination, miss me. But what they're doing, Bishop, if you know a curveball is coming, damn it. And guess what? Chapman don't throw many curveballs. When he threw that curveball to Altuve, it went to the field, game over, series over, drive home safely. Really?
Right.
Oh, and that was a whole new level, guys. Nah. But, hey, you can't knock them, guys. It was MLB that did this, not the managers, not the teams. MLB put this egg on their face and rubbed it in. Sad but true.
You're right. I mean, you're absolutely right. If Fidel Castro knew the curveball was coming, we'd have a different relationship with Cuba right now.
Right. Not to mention he was a great pitcher.
Right.
Yeah. So
y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know that.
Yep. Absolutely.
MLB tried to get him back in the day. He was a hell of a pitcher.
Yep.
Wow.
He had other plans for his career.
Yeah.
Well, obviously.
That being said,
that's obvious,
But you got to say one thing, guys. His baseball acronym. Look at how many good players have come out of Cuba.
Right.
I can say next to Fidel Castro.
Yeah.
Considering the individual he was, but Chapman from Cuba.
Is he?
No, he's from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
But hey, I don't know where he's from. I thought he was from the Dominican Republic.
No,
I don't think he's from Cuba.
He's Cuban.
Is he from Cuba?
I'm about to find out.
He Cuban?
Keep talking.
All hail Castro.
That's it, man. Yeah, but I just think it's a whole bunch of bullshit, to be honest. But I get it. I get it.
He's Cuban.
He's Cuban. He is Cuban, yeah.
Okay, so I get it, David. You know what I'm saying? But I just pisses me off, man.
You know what, though? I agree with you. I mean, there's some things that's bullshit, and you stand up and you fight about it, and there's other things that you just. There's a lot of bullshit that I just accept. I say, well, it's bullshit. I know it's bullshit, but it's not going to change.
Do y'all think the players and the managers and the coaches of opposing teams feel a certain way about Cora being brought back?
I would like to think they have to. I'd like to think they have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd like to think that because
there's a lot of
guys,
angry
again,
guys.
if it was all time, it's again, I don't want to be a dead horse, but it's the manner in which they did this, guys. All jokes aside, the only thing they didn't use were drones. And who knows, we don't find out in the future, they had drones flying around the stadium.
You never know.
I don't think it's as much about the cheating, because like Bishop said, everybody tries to steal signs. We get that.
Yeah.
But the coordination of doing all this was high speed.
Yeah.
I mean, the funny thing is, guys, and we can't put the genie back in the bottle, they both won World Series. Neither team was stripped of their World Series.
That's right.
None of them were stripped of their earnings from the World Series. So guess what? What really happened, guys, except us guys on the line being
basically talking about
and Alex Cora had a vacation for a year.
Yeah. And it was like
with money in
COVID year anyway.
And didn't he say some bullshit too? Something he said something.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, he said I can't
Crazy.
remember.
I used to like the Astros, and I used to like Cora.
Yeah, I did too. I wanted the Mets to get him at one time.
Even though he manages them damn Boston Red Sox.
Okay.
Red Sox. Red Sox Nation.
Dave brings up a great point. He missed 64 games. He missed as many games as Kyrie Irving.
As who?
That's all he missed. As Kyrie Irving. He missed 64 games.
Okay, that's it.
Kyrie missed that many games.
Yep. I'm moving on. That's it. This is it. After that one, that's it. I'm done. Listen, we got the NFL weekend review. Wow. First thing I want to say, yo, the Steelers are so lucky yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
They are so lucky. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're mad lucky because they got away. They got away by the skin of their teeth on Sunday yesterday, man. They really did. I was gonna have listen. I work with a guy, and he's a big time Steelers fan, and this guy kills me. Comes in, he's really special. He comes in with his Steeler jerseys on, the Steeler face mask, the Steeler hat. No. I'm looking at this fool like, yo, take that bullshit off. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's like, yo, what's wrong with you? Are you all right? He comes in with that shit. And he's a big guy, muscular guy. I'm like, take that bull. I'll kick you in the balls or something. Take that shit off. Get the fuck out of here. So I was on, texting him yesterday. I said, oh, because he comes in the building, Steelers. I'm like, bro, shut up. So I texted him, I was like, Steelers, because they was losing to the Cowboys. And then they won. And, I knew you was more nervous than a hooker in church. You was nervous. You was nervous that whole game. He's like, nah, I knew we was nervous. And I said, bro, why are you lying? The first thing he said is, oh, we're in fucking trouble. What the fuck are you talking about? You dementia and shit? I'm like, what's wrong with this guy?
People like the flip flop.
Yeah,
real
apparently.
Quick. Forget what they say.
Yeah.
Y'all know I'm a New York Giant fan, but I also like the Steelers, and I always have. Mm-hmm. This game that they played against the Cowboys and a couple of other games, they've been skating, man. 8-0.
Whatever.
Last 2 weeks.
Yeah, 8-0 is 8-0.
Huh?
Yeah.
8-0 is 8-0.
Whatever.
Yeah. A win is a win.
Whatever.
I sort of like that.
I jumped on R's bandwagon.
There you go.
Go Buffalo. I didn't understand. I didn't understand the coaching at the end.
Yeah.
Who's coaching?
Steelers.
In what regard, David?
When I jumped on at the end, the Steelers were up and they had the ball. And didn't they have correct me if I'm wrong, because I was switching around, but I thought they had an opportunity where they could have kicked a field goal.
Yeah.
But they opted
to go for
it and then gave the ball back because it looked like they had Dallas done. And then they gave Dallas the ball back. And the kid took them down the field, and it was that last play that they batted away in the end zone. But it seemed like they let the Dallas back in there to have another chance at it. And I question that. I mean, maybe somebody else can explain it to me, because again, I didn't see the game until the end, because I flipped over, and at that point, what I saw, I couldn't understand the logic behind the coaching move. So, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, it looked like they had a chance just to put the game away, and they didn't, and then they gave it back to Dallas, and Dallas almost beat them because of it.
27-26, Jets up by 1 point.
Yeah, just
wow.
Saw that.
And they're about to kick.
They're going to tie it with the extra point.
Like I said, there's always time with the Jets.
He called it though. He did call that.
You gotta think about something. The guy. Remember when the Giants faked that field goal and they went up on Dallas and it got called back because of the penalty?
Yeah. Right. They should have won that game.
The Giants are tied first place.
Yeah.
Hard to believe.
3 wins. You're tied first place with 3 wins.
That's terrible.
Hard to believe.
That's hard.
10.
I thought you was gonna mention our team. That was a great game with Buffalo.
That was a great game. Exactly. Go Buffalo. I don't care if anybody says.
Straight up shootout.
When's the last time Buffalo been relevant?
Listen, it doesn't matter.
95.
Bruce Smith.
Thurman Thomas.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Jim Kelly.
What's the Buffalo story? Who we see high?
It doesn't matter, okay? Because what it is that it's 7-2, and you need to join the bandwagon. Just jump on. That's the real football team in New York, right?
Let me tell you, my son is a University of Buffalo alumni. So I spent a lot of time up there. Nice town. After I didn't like them when they were losing those 4 straight. I was happy about that. But after getting to know Buffalo and so the people up there, I kind of felt bad for them because that's really all they have.
Right, exactly.
Mac and them used to diss me for liking Buffalo in the early 90s.
Wow.
We did.
They used to diss me for liking Buffalo.
Yeah.
I could kind of see, I could visualize the torture that you went through.
Especially when they go to the Giants in the Super Bowl.
I was sick. I hate the Giants. And plus, it's because I hate the Giants.
Hell, you like LT though, right?
Yeah, I like certain players from the Giants.
Like Plaxico?
Huh?
You like Plaxico?
I don't like that stupid ass motherfucker.
Cheddar Bob.
Yeah, exactly. Cheddar Bob, exactly.
Good, though.
I wish Bishop wouldn't open up wounds. Bishop had the nerve, as we Knicks fans, to say, when's Buffalo last relevant?
Yeah.
Come on,
Bishop.
Hell yeah.
It ain't like the Knicks did last year. I mean,
the Knicks are always going to be relevant.
Been to the Super Bowl times that the Knicks have been to it.
The Knicks are going to be relevant only because they're a bunch of bums. That's the only reason why they're relevant, because they're bums.
How many teams in the league? They won 17 games, three seasons in a row? Like 17 games? And who we still talking about? New York Knicks. That's who we still talking about. Not the
Bring
Brooklyn.
back Jeremy Lin.
Not the Brooklyn.
But you know what? He's trying to come back to the league.
He'll be back. Him and his shoes. He just put a new sneaker line out. Him and his sneakers gonna come back.
Oh shit. Leave Jeremy Lin alone. I like Jeremy. He was all right.
I'm a Jeremy Lin fan.
I know.
But he's
I
right,
like the
though.
guy.
Yeah, he's right. We haven't had that kind of excitement since then. I mean, I'm just being honest as a Knicks fan.
And Jets just went 3-0.
I don't like the Knicks, but I enjoyed watching that Knicks team play.
Really?
Pre-Melo, of course.
Yeah.
Pre-Melo, when they had Jeremy Lin, Thug Life, Wilson Chandler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody. Right. Oh, the People's Champ. Can't forget about him.
Yep.
Because everybody got all in love with that Atlanta team that won like 60-something games. Talking about how they ain't had no superstar and everybody knew their role. The Knicks before Melo was Atlanta before that Atlanta team.
Wait, who's Thug Life?
Yes, they were.
Oh, I can't remember his name. That's why I call him Thug Life. I can't. But he looked like if he wasn't playing ball, he'd be robbing you. what was his name? Dark skinned dude. He's dark skinned dude. He had braids, and he used to wear a bandana.
Who the hell was this on the Knicks?
It was Wilson Chandler. I remember him. Like I said, Wilson Chandler, Jeremy Lin, Amari Stoudemire. He was the dude who, whenever Jeremy Lin threw out an assist or something, if they call a timeout, he was the first one that he would put his hands together and bow to Jeremy Lin, like they would bow to each other, like they was in China.
Who you talking about? Walker? He was Walker. He was athletic.
I don't know. He had tattoos. He had a he had braids, and he used to wear a bandana. He ain't play all that much. Like he played a little bit.
He had ups.
Huh?
You could jump out the gym.
Yeah. I can't remember his name.
I think you're talking about Walker. And then he later he went to Boston. And later he went to Boston. I think I know you're talking about. He had real big eyes. He used to have a short afro sometime, and he didn't play that much, but he was really athletic.
Yeah, I remember the braids mostly. Yeah, he used to greet Jeremy Lin off the bench. He played some, but he didn't really play a whole lot. So, but I just can't. It might be Walker. That sounds like that could be it. But I just started calling him Thug Life because I couldn't.
Iman Shumpert?
Huh?
Iman Shumpert?
Nah, not Shump. I know him.
Yeah.
Shump wasn't there yet.
No.
So it might have been Henry Walker.
What year was that?
That's
that don't sound the Jeremy Lin years.
Yeah,
That was
in
Walker. That was Walker.
Okay, Henry Walker. Damn, that's a normal ass name. He definitely would have been robbing people.
I don't know. I'm looking at it.
Oh, wait. Hell, how you get robbed by somebody named Henry?
Listen,
hey, because in the street he ain't Henry. He hen dog or some shit like that.
I'm looking at a picture. I'm looking at a picture of this guy. He doesn't look like a damn thug. Stop. What are you talking about, L?
Then it might not be the same dude.
Nah, he looked like a first 48 candidate.
Then it's him. It's him.
I don't think it was Walker.
It's him. Yes, it's Henry Walker. He's like a shooting guard.
48.
He's like 6'5". He's like 6'5".
He
Jumped out the gym. Look him up. You'll see what I'm talking about.
What year was that? Was that team?
I got
2011, 2012.
Yeah.
2011, 2012.
And then you had Henny in the backcourt.
Then he went to Boston after that. But he had them little braids from what's that? He had little braids in his hair at one point.
Yeah, then that's definitely him.
Yeah, I know
that's
what I remember. It's Henry Walker. He could jump out the gym. He couldn't shoot, but if you gave him like an oop or something, or he catch him on a fast break, he would throw it down. But he couldn't shoot. He couldn't do anything else. He used to play some defense, but yeah, and his lips looked like he just got finished smoking weed.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's him. Thug Life. I'm looking right at him.
He probably was hooking on a blunt with JR and Rashid.
Yeah, that's him.
Wow. You guys are really fucked up, bro. Leave that poor man alone.
That Knicks team was fun to watch. Like I enjoyed watching them play. And I ain't never been a Knicks fan. I enjoyed watching that team.
You like the gunman Ray Felton? The stubby point guard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Ray Felton. I used to hang out with him in Charlotte.
Okay.
Because we had the same barber.
He was my guy though. Ray Felton.
I like Ray Felton.
He's a cool dude. Ray Felton and Ray is a cool dude.
Yeah, I had no problem with Ray. He was cool, all right.
Wait a minute. You're from you live in Charlotte?
He used to.
Charlotte too?
I used to. I lived in Charlotte for like 16 years.
Oh, okay.
Why you left?
Huh?
Why you left?
This time I just moved. All I did was just move down 85 to Georgia. That's it.
Oh, okay. All right. I appreciate it. I just
drove a few hours down 85.
Moved down 85 about 4 hours.
Yeah, about that. But depending on who driving, 3 for me.
3-4 hours. Okay. Yeah.
You guys are killing me today. I swear to God, man. You're funny.
Yeah, We got an even cast here now. 3 Southern guys, 3 New Yorkers. We're catching up.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What the hell, man?
And they all New York, and we all New Yorkers.
No,
Exactly.
Right.
Other than Yonkers, that don't count.
Ew.
Who in Yonkers?
He knows who he's talking about. He's trying to be funny style. He always does this shit late in the show, try to shoot his little fucking shots from here.
Well, yeah, you did turn into a Metro North ass dude for a minute. What? You did turn into a Metro North ass dude. I remember that. Be like, yo, come on, man, we going to hang out. Nah, man, I gotta go get on this Metro North.
That's it, man.
Oh man,
I'm stealing that. You're
Try to-
North ass.
Yeah, him and Holler try to come by and try to give me. I'm like, listen, I did 12 hours. I'm tired, man. You kidding me? And Holler predicted that shit too. He was
he called it. He was like, I'll go home. He ain't hanging out. Are the Jets getting ready to lose this game?
Yeah,
Straight down the middle.
there it goes. It's
Game
over.
over.
Now I have to send my
It's
regards.
It's over.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they lost a field goal at the end.
30-27.
Yep, I just seen it.
Good, I want them to
30-27.
lose.
They want to they find a way to lose.
Hey, Cam,
They
you
find
got
a way.
90 yards.
Yeah, well, you know what happened? They were up 27-20, and Flacco threw an interception.
Yeah, Flacco threw a pick right down the middle.
Yeah,
Yes. That sounds about right.
turned into a pumpkin.
All right.
Will this get Gase fired? Probably not.
Nope.
No.
No. They
Yo,
did
what?
in the whole season.
No.
What does Adam
No.
Gase have on the owner? Like, is the owner a pedophile or something? Like, why does this dude have a job?
Exactly. It's gotta be
So they said, I gave up the Timbs and the baggy jeans.
That was the question of last year.
Hmm?
You said, I did what?
Wait,
He
what?
gave up Timbs and baggy jeans for skinny jeans and a peacoat.
Who did that?
With some Crocs and a Metro North pass.
He got his monthly pass with Metro North.
With a Metro
Yeah.
North pass
man.
and some Crocs.
Come on.
Hey,
Okay.
Speaking of that,
They
if
still
y'all ever see me wearing Crocs, slap me.
Okay.
I
First
got
of all,
a
Are they still
comfortable
driving
pair of Crocs.
first of all, fuck y'all. That's first of all, fuck you guys.
How many peacoats you got?
driving auto work in a
I have none. I don't have any. How many do you have in your closet?
Like skinny.
Yo.
You talk shit about my phone, I'm talking shit about your Metro North pass.
Oh.
Yo, R is a MND, Metro North ass dude. MNNAD.
Actually, see, that goes to show you guys don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even take the Metro North.
No,
See,
I know, because you got
I know.
Uber. The company is paying for Uber.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I
you
know.
Drive.
We know.
They got to work in a Lincoln.
Yeah. You got a town car picking them up, taking them to work every day.
So he'll
Oh,
Uber ass dude.
man.
Yeah.
So there. So that
Hey,
kills the whole theory.
Yeah, you just get a Starbucks
In
in
your
New York
defense,
Times.
R,
I don't do no
Starbucks in New York Times.
No.
in your defense,
No.
in your
I do not.
in your defense, you got 3 guys. You got 3 guys that moved to the south, talking about you living in Yonkers.
Right.
Ain't
You
that
know what I'm
some
saying?
shit?
It's some bullshit, my dude.
Well, listen, I moved down here. I moved down here for the guns.
Violent
Oh,
ass former
Oh,
East New
man.
York dude on the line there.
It figures. There you go. Violence.
And the R that I knew was straight off of Farmers Boulevard.
That's
Holding
right.
down the rock.
That's it.
Exactly. So,
Man,
so
put that shit down. You ain't seen Farmers Boulevard since 1982.
That's where I was born, man. The hell with you, man. I was born and raised right next to LL. You understand?
Farmers Boulevard. So he switched up, and now he wearing fucking loafers, skinny jeans,
Yep.
reading the editorial.
Bro,
reading the New York Times editorial, the editorial section, and drinking Starbucks.
Hey, bro, you need to stop. You need to stop. You ain't never.
But keep it real with the X ring on though, just so people don't forget.
Right.
So people don't forget.
Oh, they killed.
Yeah,
I was gonna cut the mic off.
I gotta tap out. Y'all are killing me today, man. Y'all killing me. I gotta tap out.
But let's get back to his team.
Who?
The New Orleans Saints. He's a Saint fan.
Oh,
all
day.
Oh,
I'm not mad.
Who that?
All day.
You got that win yesterday off of Tampa.
Yep.
They got smoked.
Actually, the funny thing is when I was doing my picks for the I picked the season in quarters. I picked us to lose that game.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because Tampa always play us tough in Tampa, like always.
Right.
And I was just looking at it from that game. Like I knew we was gonna be 2-2 the first four. I was like, that's preseason. So I ain't really counting that. I was like, but I figured we'd be 2-2. And I said 3-1, but we turned out to be 4-0 because we actually pulled that game out last night, which is weird because that's the best game that we played all damn season. So I was super surprised at that.
But Tampa Bay ain't play nobody this year, really.
They played Green Bay. They beat Green Bay. Green Bay beat us. They got a couple of quality wins.
Tampa Bay hasn't really played anybody until they played y'all.
So if that's the case, Mac, why are they bringing up this guy as an MVP?
Ooh.
Tom Brady. He's been mentioned.
He's been playing well. He's been playing good.
Okay.
Except for yesterday. He saw the turf a lot yesterday. Thank God.
I'm just saying.
But the one thing I said was showing up. I said at the beginning of the season, I'm like, he gonna find out why Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions and lost 5 fumbles. They ain't got no offensive line.
Right. Exactly. Yep, that's the problem. You know, we had mentioned that before. That's the damn problem.
And he's glacier slow.
Yeah, for real.
Damn.
Man.
That's hard.
But that is if we can sustain that level of play for the rest of the year, because now I'm worried. I'm worried about a hiccup against Atlanta. I'm worried about a hiccup against Atlanta. I remember last year.
Good since they fired the coach.
But even Atlanta could be 0-12 as long as they beat us. They happy.
Right.
So I'm worried about that because I remember last year when we was in I was watching the games. You know, when we was in Africa last year, I was watching the games at like 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. on my phone. I happened to not be able to watch that game. Atlanta was 1-6 and beat us, and I was like, "That's what cost us the number 1 seed. That's what happened when you lose to 1-6 teams."
Exactly.
In your division.
So I'm worried about it. I'm worried about a hiccup against it. The first game we got Atlanta at home. We should win. Should. But they got to keep that. They got to keep whatever intensity they had in practice and all that. They better keep that shit going because, like I said, that was the best game we played all around. And I guess because everybody started talking shit about Tampa going to the Super Bowl, they taking over the division and all that. So
they're about to hit a rough patch.
Yeah, they said they about to get serious.
Fellas, I heard Matt Ryan might not be in Atlanta after this year. What are y'all thoughts on that happening? You think Atlanta might move away from Matt Ryan?
They should have been did that.
To who?
They should have been did that.
They gonna move on to who?
It don't matter. They should have moved on from him because he sucks. He is hot trash in the hottest summer day. Okay, he's hot trash.
Not the ice, man.
Oh, stop.
Maggie.
Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Not
do
the
that.
ice, man.
What has he iced?
He been to a Super Bowl,
which he lost.
I know.
Yeah,
which he lost bad.
What has he iced? Besides maybe his arm after a game of football. What is the ice? Nothing. Matty Ice is straight trash. He's on the level of Andy Dalton. Okay.
Oh damn.
Nah, he ain't Andy Dalton bad.
Yes, he is, dog. Yes, he is. He's bad. He's horrible.
He ain't that bad. Man.
What? He's fortunate. Let me tell you something. He's fortunate to have Julio Jones over there. Because otherwise he'd be really shitty. He's very fortunate. No, that's real talk. He's very fortunate to have Julio Jones.
It's funny.
Julio Jones, he would be straight. Oh my God. Forget about it.
Todd Gurley is playing well for them.
Okay. That figures. But I'm saying, if he didn't have Julio Jones, nah, his career would be done already. You know? It'd be done.
The one good thing about when we play Atlanta, Marshawn Lattimore, he can lock up Julio Jones.
Right. Okay.
He locks up Julio Jones. Then that's when you see, then after that, you got to worry about Chris Godwin, because if they line up Chris Godwin on the outside, whoever, when you get to, like, I hate PJ Williams on the outside. Like, I like him. He's a good slot cornerback, but when I see him line up on the outside, I just shake my head and say, oh my God.
Right.
It's coming. Here come a bomb. Here comes something. And what you going to see? The Williams and the number 26 on the back of the jersey, because he getting burnt.
Right, for sure.
So it'll be but the next game we got though, who we play next? We play
Who you play?
You don't know.
I don't know. I was looking at it earlier. I know we at home because Atlanta is the game after next. Who the hell? Let me look up who the hell we
Look at us. Well, listen.
I don't even remember.
I'm going to tap out because I got to remove myself from this, but thank you guys for calling in, David. Of course, Bishop the Punk. I can't say that too much because he got a gun down in the house, so he might bring it up to New York try to shoot me.
You trying to catch the last? You got to tap out for the last Metro North before they shut it down.
All right, see, I was about to thank you for calling in after I threatened you and whatnot. Thanks a lot. Of course, Dominic.
I think Dom left.
He left, but it's all good. Like I said, I'm gonna let Mac take the reins for however long it's gonna keep going. So y'all, peace, love, good night.
I'm about to tap out with you.
See,
it's 11. It's 11:30. It's about that time.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
So we're gonna call it a night then.
I guess
yes,
so.
Sir.
Yep.
Hey, brothers, thank y'all for joining us. Those out there, subscribe to the YouTube channel, In the Paint Media Group.
For sure.
Follow me at the Real Max 611 on Twitter. Follow at Real R Jones, all lowercase. Follow him at Real R Jones, and follow us In the Paint Media on Twitter. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.